Welcome back to Studio 41, brought to you by the Hummingbird Stage and Taproom.
Welcome back to Studio 41. We're here at the Hummingbird Stage and Taproom visiting with the band Stoopgrass. Guys, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you coming today.
How you doing, man?
Hey, Tim.
Good. Let's introduce the band first. We've got Matt Moncrief. He's lead vocals, guitar.
Yeah.
Travis Bryant,
Lead guitar.
lead guitar. Got Chris Scofie. Kofi.
Kofi.
That's right.
How'd you come up with Kofi? Because I know that's not your real last name.
Actually, that's my first name. My father's from Ghana.
Okay.
And so Kofi is actually another name for me. My last name is Affle, and nobody can say that without screwing it up, saying awful, a fool,
Apple.
Apple.
Yeah, Apple. So, yeah, you don't want to hear an awful sax player.
My good friend Billy Lyons. No, you don't want to hear an awful sax player, do you? My good friend Billy Lyons. What are you playing today?
I'm going to try to play that bass
Okay.
thing.
And James Lingle on drums.
Try to, at least.
Gotcha. Where'd you come up with a name like Stoopgrass, man?
You know, I think well, it came real early. We were still hammering out the music and figuring out where we wanted to go with everything. Taking a break,
Right.
and sitting out on our drummer at the time. We've had a string of drummers actually. James has finally filled that void that we need. But we were taking a break and sitting on his stoop outside of his house and looking at the grass, and you know, it just kind of came. We had been tossing out a lot of names and a lot of ideas, and you know, whenever you're naming a band, I guess you don't necessarily go with the one that everybody likes. You just go with the one that everybody doesn't hate.
Right.
You know, and it came out, and we tossed it around in our minds for a few days, and it just seemed to fit, and now, you know, it is what we are now.
Okay. Stoopgrass has been around for how long?
What'd you say?
2008.
Since 2008.
7 years. That's pretty long for a local band. That's good. How would you describe the music that you play?
I think we like to say Southern funk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a jazzy, good funky beat to it with there's a Southern rock influence that I think it's in all our roots that we really can't get away from. But
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's Southern rock because we definitely don't fit into that genre necessarily. We like to go to outer space every now and then,
Right.
and we like to play around with it, and so it's a good Southern funk.
All right. First time I ever saw you play, somebody was telling me about this hippie guy with dreadlocks, and he was doing this thing called looping. What is looping?
No, that's just working with a pedal. It's a digital recorder basically, where you can record on the spot, on the fly, and play it back, and it'll loop around and keep playing the same thing over and over. You can build on top of it. And
Is that still a significant portion of what y'all do, or?
no, that's what I do solo.
Okay.
And the reason I even got into a loop pedal to begin with is because when I write music, I write with the whole band in mind. You know, there's an orchestra in my head, but a lot of nights I have to play just an acoustic guitar. So how can I get that out? So that's why I went to using the loop pedal, and then slowly I came across these, you know, awesome musicians that I'm with now,
Right.
and they really allow me to. They give me exactly what's in my head.
Right.
You know, I can do the full band production of the music that I want to do, and nights that I'm doing acoustic, I can't put it out like I can with these guys.
Okay. So everybody here is from Middle Georgia. Billy's living in Atlanta. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And you drive down for the shows. How often do y'all play together?
I don't know. How often do we play together?
Not often.
Every
Not
other
often.
month? Yeah, not often enough.
It really depends. You know, we started off strong, gigging, you know, a few times a month, and life kind of gets in the way sometimes. We had to take a little hiatus for a year or so, and now we're back into full swing of things. So we're playing monthly, at least now. We all also have our own music ventures,
Right.
separate.
I know you play a lot of solo gigs.
Right. Even though you got to pay the bills.
Right.
You know, but the real passion is the band.
Right.
And so now we're really focusing a lot more and really getting a lot more frequent with our gigs.
Have y'all done any recording?
We have, but the recordings that we have don't have our amazing sax player on them, and he was kind of that missing link that
Right.
just brought everything together.
Love a good sax player.
Oh man, and he'll melt you. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Good sax is
absolutely.
hard to find.
Yeah, good sax is hard to find. So we're going back into the studio in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we're going to lay down a few tracks, just something to give people the idea of what Stoopgrass really is and what we've come into at this point in our progression.
Okay, who does most of the writing in the band? It's all you?
It's all my writing.
You lay awake at night with the orchestra in your head and
Well, that's what it is. It's all this stuff all this music that I've had, and there's a lot of songs when I play solo acoustic that I don't play them solo acoustic because they're not written
Right.
for a solo guy. They're meant for a collection of great musicians.
all right, if somebody hears something they want to hear more of today, where can they find you? Facebook, you've got
They can get us on Facebook. There's a Stoopgrass page on Facebook.
Okay.
They can also go to Reverb Nation and look up Stoopgrass.
and it's
on Reverb
Stoopgrass all the way around.
Nation. Absolutely.
When we come back, we'll have more of Stoopgrass on the stage here at the Hummingbird Stage and Tap Room. We'll be back with Studio 41. Don't go away.
You're watching Studio 41, brought to you by the Hummingbird Stage and Tap Room.